From the air, the scenes are eerily similar. Charred earth stretches out, a black canvas against the horizon. Twisted metal and rubble mark where homes once stood. The air is thick with smoke, a grim reminder of the fires that have swept through. These are the scars of destruction etched onto the landscapes of Gaza and wildfire-ravaged regions of the United States. Though thousands of miles apart, these places share a common narrative. The fragility of life laid bare, the devastating consequences of conflict and environmental neglect. While the immediate causes of these tragedies differ, the underlying theme is the same. Human actions have consequences. In Gaza, years of conflict have left a trail of destruction, displacing families and shattering communities. In the American West, decades of unchecked climate change have fueled hotter, drier conditions, turning forests into tinderboxes. Both scenarios are stark reminders of the interconnectedness of our world and the urgent need for a different approach. The human toll of these disasters is immeasurable. In Gaza, families huddle in makeshift shelters, their lives upended by violence. They grieve lost loved ones and face an uncertain future. In California, Oregon, and other fire-prone states, communities reel from the loss of homes, businesses, and cherished landscapes. The trauma of displacement and the fear of future fires weigh heavily on survivors. Beyond the immediate human cost, there are profound environmental consequences. The fires release massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, further exacerbating climate change. The destruction of forests disrupts ecosystems, threatening biodiversity and the delicate balance of nature. In Gaza, the constant cycle of conflict hinders rebuilding efforts and leaves the environment vulnerable to further degradation. It is impossible to ignore the role of human actions in these events. The conflict in Gaza is a man-made crisis fueled by political tensions and cycles of violence. The devastating wildfires in the United States are a direct consequence of our addiction to fossil fuels and our failure to address climate change. While natural disasters have always been a part of life on Earth, the frequency and intensity of these events are increasing at an alarming rate due to human activity. The link between burning fossil fuels and the climate crisis is undeniable. Our reliance on oil, gas, and coal is warming the planet, creating conditions that are conducive to extreme weather events like wildfires, droughts, and hurricanes. The longer we delay action on climate change, the more severe these impacts will become. In the face of such overwhelming destruction, it is easy to feel powerless. But despair is not an option. We have a collective responsibility to act, to break the cycles of violence and environmental degradation that threaten our planet. This requires a fundamental shift in our thinking and our actions. We must demand an end to the conflict in Gaza and work towards a just and lasting peace. We must transition away from fossil fuels and invest in renewable energy sources. We must prioritize environmental conservation and protect our planet for future generations. The fragility of life is a stark reminder of what is at stake. Let us choose a different path, one that leads to a more just and sustainable future for all.